Namaste. Sat Sri Akal. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Today is the autumnal equinox here in London. It's at 8:21. So we are on the cusp of equal night and equal day. The length of the day, the length of the night in balance. So this moment of transition from one season, the end of summer, to the next season, the beginning of winter in the Northern Hemisphere. And if you are in the Southern Hemisphere, it is the transition. Let's come into our mudra. And the mudra that we'll be working with two mudra today. And the first mudra is the Lakshmi Mudra. So this Lakshmi Mudra, bring your palms face up, little finger sides touching. This is the Pushpanjali Mudra, so slightly turned forward. Open out the thumbs and then fold in the middle three fingers, the index, the middle, and the ring finger, leaving the little fingers aligned and extended, thumbs extended. And then bring this up towards the heart. This is the Lakshmi Mudra. Gaze down in towards the palms here. Closing your eyes or gazing into the palms as you feel drawn. We'll chant our Om 3 times, and then we'll do call and response for the Lakshmi Mudra. Lakshmi is the deity for abundance, for prosperity. As we are in this autumnal equinox, this is the season of harvesting. Om. 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 Om Hreem Shreem Lakshmi Deviyai Namo Namaha. Om Hreem Shreem Lakshmi Deviyai Namo Namaha. Om Hreem Shreem Lakshmi Deviyai Namo Namaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Ye Namaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Ye Namaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Ye Namaha. Welcome. Welcome, friends. Welcome. So that will be one of the mudras that we're working to, the Lakshmi Mudra. And then we'll be working with the second mudra called the Kubira Mudra. And I'll introduce that to you now so that you become familiar with it. And for this mudra, I'm going to invite you to curl in the ring, a little finger, and then bring the tips of the middle finger and the index finger to touch the tip of the thumb. So almost as if you're pinching something in between those pincer movement of the thumb and the index and the middle, and fold in the ring and the little finger. Now this Kubira Mudra is a revitalizing, re-energizing. So what this mudra does is it increases the growth of abundance in confidence, in patience, in prosperity. The thumb, remember, is the fire element, Tejas. This represents planet Mars, growing us in courage and confidence. The index finger is air, Vayu, representing Jupiter planet. And this represents in wisdom, spiritual knowledge and attainment, and good luck. And the middle finger represents space, Akasha. This represents the planet Saturn. And this increases us in humility, grow. So we approach our life's work with humility and so this we to use and practice at the very cusp of the equinox. So you'll have time after our practice to look up the time where you are now. If you're London, it's 8:21. If you're in mainland Europe, it's 9:21. And if you're elsewhere, you're going to have to look it up, my loves. So we can place those hands on our knees for the moment in Kubira Mudra. Take a full breath in, full breath out. We're going to engage with Samavritti Pranayam. Samavritti Pranayam is equal count breath. We'll inhale for 4, exhale 4, hold out for 4. So you can either breathe according to the count, or you could visualize a square and breathe around all 4 corners of the square. And for each corner of the square, you can associate a quarter of the year. So for example, the first corner could be, let's start with the spring equinox. The second corner could be the summer solstice. The third corner, the autumnal equinox, and the fourth corner, the winter solstice. So that you're moving around this square, all 4 corners, and you it's normal. So you visualize the square and attach what you wish to each corner, or you can simply breathe with the count. Inhaling to prepare for the breath practice. Exhaling the breath. 2, 1. Hold in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Final round. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in. 4, 3, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a full breath in. Take a full breath out through open mouth. And return to your natural rhythm. Silently, your intention for your practice, your intention for the autumnal equinox. Perhaps to draw in abundance of love, of kindness, of compassion. Perhaps to draw in prosperity after times of hardship or lack in luck for your ventures, your journey. Perhaps to draw in courage for the work yet to be undertaken, or for the challenges being faced or yet to be faced. Om Hreem Shri Lakshmi Deviyai Namo Namaha. Om Hreem Shreem Lakshmi Deviyai Shreem Lakshmi Deviyai Namo Namaha. Release your mudra, release your mantra, your intention. Draw your arms out and up. Bring them together in your Lakshmi Mudra, down towards the heart. Inhale to draw out in your Lakshmi Mudra, down to your heart. If there's interference in the reception, please forgive us. Inhale to reach overhead, Lakshmi Mudra, little finger together, thumbs extended, middle fingers folded down towards the heart. Take a moment here. Reach up. Exhale over to the right. Gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Back to center. Twice more in both directions. Over to the right. And then to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center, final time to the left. And take a moment here. Back to center. Release your Lakshmi Mudra if you were holding onto it throughout that practice. Place the right hand on the earth and reach up and over with the left arm. And you can bring your hands into your Kubira Mudra here. Danny, do you think it will help to turn off the iPad? Inhale through center. Let's go over to the left. Inhale to center. Back over to the right. 3 times in both directions. So this is our second round. Inhale through. And then back over to the left, my friends. And then back to center. Let's take a moment there. Bring the soles of your feet together. Now, As we are practicing here today, let's think about the plentifulness, the plentiful harvest. Bring the soles of your feet together in Bundasson. Imagine the fruits of the earth that will be produced and harvested over the next season. Open out the knees, abundance here. As you exhale, fold forward. We are celebrating today, honoring earth wisdom tradition, earth-based wisdom tradition. This is honored and celebrated by indigenous peoples around the world. It's as a pagan festival. It is known as Maven. It's also known as Witches' Thanksgiving, which I particularly enjoy hearing about. Exhaling closer to the earth. So imagine here this sort of, as you fold forward, that you are the sun and the moon coming to rest on the horizon of the earth. Danny, can I just ask you to adjust the iPad, please? If you look at the iPad, turn to yourself and just check it, please, because in the Northern Hemisphere, we move into autumn. In the Southern Hemisphere, we move into spring simultaneously. Inhale to rise up, extend the left leg long, fold in the right foot towards the center of the body. Place the right hand behind you. Bring the left hand onto your heart. Inhale to rise up. Reach overhead with your Kubira Mudra, this variation of Wild Thing. Inhale back to center. Extend the right leg long so that both your legs are extended open in Upavista Konasana. And fold forward here. Now, my friends, some of us may have more space to fold forward here. Some of us will have less space, depending on our hips, depending on our inner thigh adductors. So much going on in our bodies. Three full breaths here in your variation of Upavista Konasana, this forward fold in straddle. Inhale, rise up, walk your hands back towards your body, fold in the left heel. Place the left hand behind you, bring the right hand to your earth. Inhale to rise up, and then reach your right arm overhead in Kubira Mudra. Exhale back to the earth, fold in your feet, and then rise up onto your knees here, my friends. Let's have your knees as wide as a mat, big toes touching. And let's forward fold, here's my little doggy's tail, in Anahatasana. So melt the heart towards the earth or onto a cushion or bolster. Walk your hands forward and as wide as your mat. Your eyebrow center can be resting on the earth or on a cushion or a block. So here you have taken a very abundant pose, knees wide open, toes together, heart melting towards the earth. If you are a little bit higher off the earth, that's fine. That's the spirit of abundance. We will all be in completely different places. Do not judge yourself. Do not criticize yourself. Do not compare yourself. Enjoy the abundance of your own body here. 3 breaths here in Anahatasana with wide-legged variation. Lift your gaze, walk your hands back towards your body. Take a moment here. And then let's step forward with the right foot. So you come into a low lunge and Janiyasana. Rise up, bring your hands into your Lakshmi Mudra at the heart. So remember, little fingers touching. Fold in the middle 3 fingers, the index, middle, and ring. Extend the thumb. Hold it parallel in front of the heart. Sink into that right hip. Inhale, reach forward with your palms so the hands are face up. Exhaling to draw in. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale to draw in. Inhale to reach out. Exhale to draw in. Take a moment here. Now, I invite you to turn towards your left foot with your left hand. Now, you may reach all the way back and connect with the heel of the hand. Your right hand in Kubira Mudra, reaching up and over. So your right foot is on the earth. Your right ankle and knee are aligned. You're sinking into that right hip. You're reaching back towards the left heel. You can tuck your toes if you want of that left heel so that you can raise with you. And then reach with Kubira Mudra overhead, gazing down towards the left. One full breath more here in this variation, often referred to as Ardha Ustrasana, half camel pose. Exhale at the heart, sink into that right hip one more time. Bring your hands together in Namaskar. Hook the left elbow over the right knee and press the right palm into the left palm. So this is a little twist here. And then sink into that right hip, right elbow reaching up. Connect with your Bundasson. Remember, my friends, if that left knee needs padding, please pad it with a blanket. Let's transition from here. Inhale back to center. Bring your hands back into your Lakshmi Mudra. And this time, let's reach overhead. Lift your gaze here. Exhale, hands to the earth. Lift the left knee and step back long with the right into body parallel plank, Phalakasana here. If you wish to bring both knees to the earth, you may do so, my friends, or you can leave your knees lifted here. Wherever you are, engage your core. And then all together, my friends, Ashtanga to the earth. Knees, untucked toes, chest and chin onto the earth. Tailbone is lifted here. 8-limbed pose. Inhale to slide through into Bundasson, Cobra. Exhale, rising into mountain, Tadasana. So coming into your variation of Tadasana, wide-legged, or your feet parallel with hip distance between them. Perhaps you sway your hips here, walk the heels towards the earth. 3 more breaths here in Tadasana, mountain pose. And when you're ready, my friends, let's bring the right knee to the earth and step forward with the left foot. Untuck the right toes. And then let's rise up into this variation, sometimes called Chatakasana, sometimes called Anjaneyasana. It depends on which tradition of yoga or yoga school you are with. I speak interchangeably. So sink into that left hip, hands in Lakshmi Mudra at the heart. Reconnect with your intention for abundance that you wish to grow, or your mantra. So you can use a simplified variation of the Lakshmi mantra in Sanskrit. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Ye Namaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Ye Namaha. Or you can use the variation with the bija, the seed mantras, Om Hreem Shreem Lakshmi Deviyai Namo Namaha. Your choice, my friends. Inhaling to extend the arms so palms are parallel to the sky. Exhale to fold in towards the heart. Inhale to reach forward. Exhaling to fold in. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale to fold in. We've done that 3 times. Take a moment here. Let's bring the hands into Namaskar at the heart. And we're going to twist over to the left. And I think, oh no, we did the reach first. Then we might, let's do the reach first. So let's reach back towards the right heel and reach overhead with our Kubira Mudra by bringing the index and the thumb together. So this variation of sometimes called Adda Strassen. You can gaze up or back towards your feet, whatever you wish to do here, my friends, your choice. And when you're ready, let's return back to center. And this time, let's hook over the left knee. Press the left palm into the right palm, left elbow reaching up. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here in Parivritta Namaskar. Inhale, turn to center. Bring your hands to the earth. Actually, let's bring your hands to the heart and reach up overhead. And then flow down to the earth. Tuck the right knee, lift the right knee, step back long in body parallel. Baladasana. Take a moment here, then knees, untuck toes, bend into your elbows, chest and chin. My dogs get closer and closer to my mat every day. Chest and chin to the earth, tailbone lifted here, 8-limbed pose. Then slide your knees away, come onto your abdomen, hands by your shoulders, tuck your elbows, rise up in Bundasson, Cobra. And then let's all meet in Bundasson, mountain pose, my friends. Walk your feet here. Three breaths here in Bundasson. And then, my friends, let's walk to the top of our mat. Crisscross your legs as you come to a forward fold at the top of your mat here. Allow your head, your neck, your shoulders to relax, to become heavier, to be drawn down towards the earth, Prithvi. The tailbone is lifted up towards the sky. So the full moon that we've just had, that precedes the autumn equinox, is the harvest moon. It's called a harvest moon so that it provides light for farmers to work till in the dark, to work till later in order to gather up the crops, the season's riches, nature's offerings. From here, my friends, from Uttanasana, let's unfold the spine 1 vertebra at a time to rise up into standing mountain, Tadasana. So I'll just turn so you can see me, my friends. Please keep facing forward. Check in on yourself here. Feet hip distance wide. Sometimes it helps to jump up and see where we land to find the perfect point of balance, of equanimity, of equilibrium in this standing pose, this standing mountain. Lift the toes, spread them out, and then place them one by one on the earth, starting from the little toe side to the big toe. And then connect through all 4 corners of the feet. the big toe mound to the inner arch, the little toe mound to the outer arch. So those are the four corners of your feet. Have a soft bend in your knees. So sometimes it helps to bend into the knees and then release the knees. And then you notice the softness in the knees. Imagine you're squeezing a block between your thighs. Squeeze the pelvic floor. This is the engagement of the Mula Bandh at the Muladhara chakra. Hug in through the midline towards the navel as if you are drawing the navel in towards the spine. This will help you to curl in the ribs. This is the Uddiyana Bandh. So we're engaging these three locks that contain and power up the energy. When we contain the pran here, we are empowering this area. Palms open. And gently sway backwards and forwards on your feet. Perhaps you sway round in a circle one way, and then in another direction, the opposite direction. Closing your eyes. And if you close your eyes and feel your way, as you here sway and move gently on your feet, you'll find the point of balance. Sense the space in front, the space behind, the balance between the way ahead and the path behind, the balance between dark and light, between day and night. Inhale, bring your hands together in front of you. That Pushpanjali Mudra, little finger sides together, fold in the middle fingers, extend the thumb. Inhale, bend into your knees. Coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale to rise up to standing. Come all the way onto the balls of your feet. Reach your hands overhead. Exhale, lower the heels, bend into the knees, coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale to rise, arms to the sky, up onto the balls of your feet. 3 times like this, moving from Utkatasana, chair pose, into Urdhva Tadasana or Urdhva Hastasana, reaching up. And then back to neutral Tadasana. Exhale, reach the right toes behind you. Open out the arms as if they are wings. Point the toes. Float the heart forward. Balance on the left leg here. Keep your drishti ahead of you. Inhale, begin to rise up with the crown. Bend into the right knee. Take the hands forward, parallel. And then let's reach them up as you extend the right leg long and flex at the foot. Let's reach behind. So Pasarasana, angel pose. Inhale, float the right leg forward, bending at the knee, arms parallel. And then let's take the arms above the crown and extend through that right leg. Last time, float back. Balancing here on the left leg. Remember, you can reach for the wall. Inhale to come to arms, knee, bend, and then float the hands over, above the crown. And reach through the heel of that right foot. And back to center. So this mudra isn't easy to hold. Depends on really, for me, my ring finger, when I fold in my ring finger, it's hard work. So you might feel some tension in your hands because of bringing your hands into mudras, or sometimes because of the way your fingers are constructed. One may be a little bit, does its own thing, like my ring finger does its own thing. Find your Tadasana again, standing mountain. Bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, bend into the right, into the knees, both knees together. Utkatasana.
Strong pose. Inhale, rise overhead with your hands, come onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Let's go lower each time. Inhale to rise up.
Exhale, Utkatasana. Off. Shall I take it out? It's fine, thank you. All kinds of IT problems in my life, folks. Maybe I should be praying for an abundance of Wi-Fi, an abundance of... But the Wi-Fi is apparently fine, it's Zoom. Where were we? We did Utkatasana. You should have seen my husband's face when I said the Wi-Fi is good. Reach up and then exhale, Utkatasana. Back to neutral, take a moment here. So now we're going to shift the weight onto the right leg, reach back with the left leg, arms reach behind you. So we come into a Bundasson, angel pose. If you lose your balance, you can come onto the tips of that left big toe. You can keep that left toe on the earth. Let's come forward with our arms parallel, palms face up in Lakshmi Mudra, knees bent here, and then extend and reach up. Now, again, we will all be in different places. So because I'm a rower, I have very short hamstrings. So you may find that the shape of your body or the kind of activities you do has a different effect. You can also take your foot up onto the wall or onto furniture in front of you. So let's flow here from Bundasson forward and up. Balancing here on the right foot, have a bend in that right knee. And then you'll be adjusting that right foot with micro movements to keep your balance. Come back to central, neutral here. Take a moment, my friends. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's step along with it. Inhale, rise up in love here. Bring your hands together in your Lakshmi Mudra. Connect with your mantra at any point. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Hreem Shreem Deviyai. Take a moment here. Open out your arms. Now here, twist from the torso. Reach your right hand forward, left hand behind you. Come into your Kubira Mudra. Gaze behind you. Exhale here to bring your palms together and hook the right elbow over the left knee. Press the left palm into the right palm. Reach out through that right heel. Konasana. One more breath here. Turn your gaze down towards the earth. Reach the right hand towards the earth or onto a block and reach up towards the sky with the left hand. Take your gaze up towards your Kubira Mudra. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Step back along with the left foot. Take a moment here. Here you can Ashtanga Asana to the earth or Chaturanga to the earth. Yogi's choice. If you're Chaturanging, bend into your elbows, lower to the earth, and rise up in Urdhva Mukha Shavasana, up dog. If you are moving from Ashtanga, move into Bhujangasana, and then we all meet in Parvatasana, mountain pose. Full breath here. And now, my friends, let's step forward with the right foot by the right hand. Left foot. Left knee lifted towards the left foot. Rise up into high lunge here and Jnanasana. Again, connect with your mantra. So we're going to twist over to the right, open out the right hand behind us, left hand in front. And you can come here into your Kubira Mudra. Gaze perhaps over to the right, or keep your gaze neutral, reach left heel. Maintaining this twist in your torso, bring the hands together in Namaskar. And then hook the left elbow over the right knee. Press the right palm into the left palm. Keep reaching out through that left heel to maintain your balance. 3 breaths here. And then, my friends, let's turn to face the earth. Plant the left hand on the earth or onto a block and reach up with the right hand towards the sky. Take your gaze to your Kubira Mudra. Kubira Mudra is calling for an abundance of wisdom, spiritual knowledge and attainment, an abundance of humility or humbleness. Harvest is a time when we work to draw upon the earth's produce, all the seeds that we have planted, all of the intentions that we have planted, all of the things that we have laid out in the year up till now. Exhale, let's bring that right hand to the earth, my friends. Step back long with your right foot coming to body parallel. Again, your choice, my friends. Ashtanga, 8-limbed pose, knees, chest, chin to the earth, then rising Bhujangasana, or let's chaturanga by bending into your elbows, rising up in Urdhva Mukha Shavasana, up dog, and then let's all meet in mountain Parvatasana. Take a full breath here, my friends. Let's come onto our knees. Take your knees wide, big toes together. Sit back. And we're going to come into wide-legged child's pose just for a moment to regather. So harvest is the point at which the autumnal equinox is the point at which we can acknowledge all of the growth and expansion that we have naturally evolved into over the last year, last period, since the previous equinox, for example, or the summer solstice, wherever you sort of lay down your markers. And then we get to a point where we recognize where else there might be a need for abundance or growth, where there has lack or deficit, that we can now, just in a fallow period, we can begin to re-energize, replenish, restore, so that we go through a rebirth. Three more breaths here. Inhale to rise up. Come onto all fours. So you come into Bundasson, table pose. Let's do a cycle of cat-cow. This chakrasana of Vitlayasana, Majriyasana. Rounding through on the lifting and shining gaze On the inhale. Bring your hands a little bit close to you, and then let's come into what's sometimes called tiger dog, so that your knees are deeply bent. You are crouching here. Your hands are reaching forward on the earth, so that you're extending the space from the tailbone to the crown. You have a deep bend in the knees here. Walk your hands back towards you. Now here, my friends, let's move to the center. My feet are quite wide up to my thighs. I'm bending my knees. I can keep my hands on the earth, or I can bring my hands to my heart. I can bring them in Kubira Mudra, extended or drawn in towards my heart. This is hard work for the thighs. So this is a very deep variation of Utkatasana. Inhale, rise up very slowly, extending the spine. Keep that bend in the knees almost until you rise up completely. Take a moment. And here, my friends, I'm going to turn to you so you can see. Let's bend into that left knee. Let's bring that right ankle onto the left thigh. Here you might want to seek balance. This is the figure of four, also known as a variation of the Shiva pose. Take a moment here. Bend deeply into that left knee. Fix your gaze on the horizon, so it's parallel to the horizon, or on the earth, just a few steps in front of you. Flex that right foot. Elbows tucked into the sides, hands in front of the heart, or forearms reaching out, palms face up. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. This can feel a bit constricting. 3 breaths here. Now let's slide that right leg all the way so that our toe reaches the earth just behind our left heel, or we can wrap that right toe around the left calf. Moving into Garudasana, eagle pose. Arms reach out, parallel, cross the right elbow over the left, and let's bring our arms into Garudasana here. Either backs of hands together or right fingertips on left fingertips. 1 more breath here. So we're going to be trying to have 3 breaths in each pose. I'm just counting up how long we've been here. Find something to gaze at that's not going to move. Open out the arms. And let's bring this right foot either to the left ankle or to the right shin, or tucked up on the left thigh. Sorry, left shin or left thigh. So we move into tree, Vrikshasana. So we've gone figure of 4, Garudasana, and now Vrikshasana, tree pose. Coming into your tree pose, you can have whichever mudra you feel drawn to having here. So you can have your Lakshmi Mudra, or you can have your Kubira Mudra. Three more breaths here, meditating in this stillness, in this moment, between light and darkness, between day and night, between summer and autumn, between the past and the future. This moment rich with potential and opportunities. Fertile space spiritually to grow in. Let's release the right foot down towards the earth. Shake out that left leg if you wish to release it. Come back into your Tadasana. Let's bend into the right foot, right knee rather, my friends. Gaze ahead. Find your Drishti. And then let's bring that left ankle onto, flex that left foot. Come into your mudra, Lakshmi Mudra. Chant your intention silently to yourself in the language of your choice, or you may chant one of our Lakshmi mantras today. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Ye Namaha, or Om Hreem Shreem Lakshmi Deviyai Namo Namaha. You already, you can wrap the toes round so that we come into a variation. Thus, equal legs. Open out the arms. My left to my right. Come into your equal pose, right elbows on top of, right elbow on top of left this time round. Three breaths here. And then open up. And let's bring that left leg onto the shins or onto the thigh. Finding stillness here. Finding the space here. Three more breaths in your Vrikshasana tree pose. Whichever variation you are in, my friends. Let's bring the hands together, release the leg. Shake out the right leg by flexing through that knee and hip. And let's come down to the earth. I invite you to come down to the earth in a pranam as a ablution to the earth itself. Come onto your knees. Come into child's pose. And then extend your abdomen to connect with the earth. Extend your legs. And place your eyebrows center on a cushion or a pillow or the earth. And bring your hands in Namaskar, reaching forward. And stretch out here. This is not often a way that we stretch. Inhale. Let's roll on to our backs here, my friends. Bend into your knees. We'll come into Bundasson bridge pose. So touch the back of your heels with your fingertips. And then press your palms, your forearms, into the earth. And begin to peel up the tailbone, traveling the length of your spine. Stay on your upper arm so that you can use this as a scaffold. Tuck in the chin. Lift the hips and pelvis up towards the sky. Your hands can stay, your forearms can stay here, tucked to the side so that your arms act like a scaffold. Or you can interlace your hands underneath your body and come into a yoga mudra. Exhaling to release the hands, the arms, and lower to the earth. Take a moment here to acclimatize. And then let's cross the right ankle onto the left thigh, just below the knee. Let's figure of 4. The 4 seasons, the 4 directions, the 4 focal points of transition during the year, in which nature marks out the passage of time. Inhale, let's hug in the left leg by taking the hands to the back of the left thigh or around the front of the left shin. Just for a moment here, and you might gently rock on the lower back, very gently. And then let's release the left foot to the earth, uncross the right ankle. Take a moment. Let's bring the right thigh just below the knee and open it further. Again, the 4 directions on the 4 points of nature for a year. The 4 points of transition. Inhale, let's hug in the right leg. Take your hands to the back of your thighs or your right shin. Maybe you very gently roll from the lower back from side to side. And then, my friends, extend your legs long. Let's come into Shavasana. Last moment or so of our practice. Arms wide, feet wide, softening here. As the sun begins to sink lower to the Earth's horizon, the moon begins to rise closer to the Earth's horizon. We move into a new season, recognizing that this is part of life's cycle. The most visible part of our spiritual journey. This deeper significance and message for humanity by nature itself. Three full breaths here. Begin to stretch out your arms and legs. If you choose to rise with me now. Or you may stay in your Shavasana, yogi's choice. Roll onto your left side when you're ready to rise. Coming into your Sukhasana. Easy seat. Hands in your Kubira Mudra, thumb to index and middle tip. ring and little finger curled in. Let's close our practice by chanting mantra to Lakshmi, the deity of abundance. Om Hreem Shreem Lakshmi Deviyai Namo Namaha. Om Hreem Shreem Lakshmi Deviyai Namo Namaha. Om Hreem Shreem Lakshmi Deviyai Namo Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dhanyavad, 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 my friends.